Welcome here from the Grand Place with my Ukrainian flag. I see a lot of Ukrainian flags. Belgium stands in solidarity with Ukraine. That's very good. Today, and this is my message for the EU-Ukraine summit taking place in Kiev. It's amazing that the EU Commission is doing that. Congratulations, Ursula von der Leyen. She's a real friend of Ukraine, and I applaud this effort, and that's very good. What I want to say is here, fast-track integration of Ukraine economically, yes, yeah. We have already opened the labor market temporarily. We can do that permanently. This is the better policy, as I say, for all EU candidate countries. Open the EU labor market permanently for Ukraine, first thing. A common energy market, a common infrastructure market, a union, and these are all very important. But first of all, Ukraine needs the euro. Similar same like in Kosovo and Montenegro, post-war reconstruction must be based on a firm fundament of currency stability. And it's obviously the euro, not the dollar. And the hryvnia certainly no. Because how can a country like Ukraine, which needs 15 billion euros yearly now in terms of transfers, maybe more, if it's 15 billion was the latest figure I read now today, but let's rewind, yeah? 5 billion monthly. How can they have a stable currency by themselves? Yeah, obviously, you don't need to be a super economist to understand that it's not working, and it will be another big currency decline. The fifth one is since 2014, or the fourth one, and that would be, of course, a big mess. So no, let's give Ukraine the euro, and it's working in in Montenegro and Kosovo so much better. We have so great success, and I cannot understand why the success of Kosovo, by the way, Ukraine recognized Kosovo, is not the role model for Ukraine. Of course, it's bigger. I also understand that I'm not a crazy man, but the size in that sense doesn't matter. The euro is the firm fundament, and that's what we should do. I'm in the middle of the Grand Place here, a lot of activity in the pedestrian area. I hope you can still understand me, bear with me, because what I say is very clear. I want Ukraine to join NATO. This is the only way for peace. I explain it now in several videos, but again and again, we did the same for Western Germany. By the way, EU joined NATO. By the way, Austria joined NATO. By the way, Ukraine, Bosnia, Kosovo joined NATO. And what we have seen yesterday in the Serb parliament, it is absolutely clear that they are not ready for peace. And we need to be very clear here. We need to support our friends more. I need to take the cap here. And I need to make it it's a bit cold, yeah? I'm a bit not in fighting capacity here. I lead the way a war here in the Brussels front, and I call for arms for Ukraine, jets and tanks, and not 14 tanks, but 140, Mr. Olaf Scholz, and obviously jets for Ukraine. You need to protect the tanks if you want to have an offensive to liberate Mariupol, and the liberation of Mariupol is absolutely necessary for having an armistice, because that's where the biggest of all genocides has been committed by Putin on the 16th of March, and before and after, and so that must be liberated absolutely also for strategic, economically reason for Eastern Ukraine as freedom and independence, and it must be funded. The interconnectivity of Mariupol with Kherson and with Zaporizhia, and of course with Kharkiv, and all this directly into the European Union 10 networks, the trans-European corridors must go from Mariupol. This is the hub and spine, the backbone of Europe. This it must be, and we must fund it together. So we need a bigger effort here, a 2,000 billion debt package to fund the reconstruction, integration of Ukraine and the Western Balkans and Georgia and Moldova by infrastructure, energy, and sea infrastructure and railway infrastructure and motorway infrastructure into the European Union. We have to do all the things we have not done in the last 15 years under Merkel, like concluding all the free trade agreements, building all the infrastructure. And of course this costs a lot of money, and we need to rearm Europe, and of course this costs a lot of money, and all the money we saved with Merkel we have now to do a big swooping debt package, and this on the European level, and to rearm Europe, reconnect Ukraine, and integrate the missing 9 puzzle pieces of the EU enlargement into the European Union and NATO, and the EU must join NATO, and of course we must also conclude all the open free trade agreements, 10 of them, I repeat, it is of course the ones with the Americas, Mercosur and USA, Africa, Gulf Cooperation Council, Uzbekistan, and of course also India, Pakistan, ASEAN, Indonesia, Philippines and Australia, New Zealand. And let's get this done very fast and get it through the parliament in a rush. This is what we need. And this is what also has to happen and must happen. And Ukraine must be obviously fully integrated, and it must be a EU member in 2029 together with Bosnia and Kosovo, Moldova and Georgia. And of course Albania, North Macedonia and Montenegro, because they are NATO allies, can be already in the European Union right now in 2024, next year. And in this two-step approach we must work, and this is very good. And in between we must economically integrate all 9 countries and more or less Turkey as well, economically in the European internal market by opening the labor market, by the currency for all, Turkey just to pack it, but all the others to adopt the euro, and then also to integrate them in all sector policies from transport towards energy, towards the digital market, and also all other aspects of the internal market. And it's so clear and it's so simple and it's easy to do. It's not complicated, and it starts with the euro. And I miss all the patience for all these people who tell me it is too expensive, because I waged this campaign since 2016 and we have so little progress, and I'm really very upset now. And now the summit again, some people tell me, oh, for the future, yeah. Ukraine had the transformation in 2014, you know that, the Euromaidan. It's 15 years later, it's 2029. Obviously, the war-torn territories cannot join the European Union fully. When they're occupied by Russia, it's the same like with Cyprus and with Eastern Germany. But the moment they are liberated, they join back the federal free state of Ukraine and federal Europe. And this is the way to do it. I hope I was clear. Now I will upload all these things and I will go in safety because it's pretty cold here outside. And I will continue my campaign here from Brussels, and I hope for peace and prosperity and success and for victory of Ukraine. Please, my friends, win, and let's defeat Russia and dismantle Russia as punishment for this terrible war of aggression in 2022. For freedom. Slava Ukraine. Bye.